Good day to everyone. So in this class, we are going to see about the plotting. So the plotting can be done by many different softwares. So in this class, we are going to see about the one of the plotting software which is called Gnuplot. So Gnuplot is a command line program that can generate 2 and 3 dimensional plots of functions or data or data feeds. So this program runs in all major computers operating systems like it also working in the different operating systems like Mac, Linux, Windows and Unix operating systems, and also with other operating systems also. So this Gnuplot is originally developed in 1986. After that, this Gnuplot got the many upgrades, and the present version which we are using is the Gnuplot 5.2 with a patch level of 8. So the Gnuplot can produce output directly to screen or many other formats. It can we can generate the pictures including the PNG or EPS or JPEG formats. It also capable of producing LaTeX codes that can be included directly into the LaTeX documents. So suppose if you want to plot the data from the data files, the Gnuplot will also support this with the reading capability of multiple formats from the different data file formats, including the ability to read the data from the different data files, and it can plot the different images with the 2D as well as 3D and contour plots and the different fitting of linear and non-linear coordinate systems, histograms, labels and other custom elements in the you can also include this different customization in your plot. Okay. So using the Gnuplot, you can I already told you that you can do the variety of plots. So once if you are going into the official site of this Gnuplot, just by googling it, you can the first page itself you can see the different demos you can see in the Gnuplot homepage, where it actually is showing the different demos. That means for the basic 2D plots you can do different plot different diagrams. Similarly, you can also call the math functions and curve fitting also you can done. You can done with the Gnuplot, 3D plotting and simple applications, just running the average and everything. You can do that. Similarly, you can also make a page layout and different colors which you can use it to plot the data, and also you can do the animations using the Gnuplot. Okay, so as I already told you that Gnuplot is a command driven platform. So you can write you can start the Gnuplot just by including the command Gnuplot in your terminal. And the Gnuplot may be executed in either batch or interactive modes, or you can just mix both the modes. Suppose if you want to just plot the figures in the screen itself, then you can visualize the plots. Or if you want to save the figures into different formats, then also you can do it with the Gnuplot. For the simple explanation, you can just open the terminal and type suppose if you installed the Gnuplot in your laptop, in your computer, then just type Gnuplot and put the enter. Will take you to the Gnuplot command, Gnuplot environment. So once if you enter the Gnuplot, it show you the current version which we are using. It's a 5.2, and the different this is the home page for the Gnuplot. Once if you are going into this Gnuplot home page, then you can get the different information depending upon mid-base and the details of the plotting and the different the options for plotting. So and once if you enter the Gnuplot command, then it will actually take it to the Gnuplot environment, where you can give the commands, the plotting commands. Or if you want to exit the Gnuplot, you can either type exit or quit, or you can simply enter the Q will actually entering a queue and entering the enter will actually quit the software, I mean the Gnuplot environment. Okay, so suppose if you want to take a help from the command line itself, then in the Gnuplot environment, you just type the help, then it will actually give you all the details about the GNU plotting. And once if you are press the enter key, then it will give the more different information regarding the different plotting. For example, suppose if you want to know about the 2D plotting or a 3D plotting or arrays and different plotting options, then you can just type the help topics. Then it will actually give you it will give you the different the information about the corresponding topic. For example, you just help, and you can also enter the help with the corresponding topic. Then it will show you the different options and informations about the topic which we have typed here. So as I already told you that the Gnuplot will actually support the different file formats, means figure formats, as well as it can plot you can plot the figures with the different styles and the different line points and everything. So if you want to get to know about the rough idea about what are the different lines and the models of plots which you want to use in the Gnuplot, you can just type the command test, which will actually prompt you the display of lines and line points and other useful things supported by the terminal, so that this once if you enter the command test, it will actually show you the Gnuplot environment. This is the plotting environment where it will show you the different the numbers and the equivalent the line types. So suppose if you are writing if you are plotting your plot with the line point line with the label -1, then it will actually produce the continuous line with the black color. Or if you want to plot the dotted line, then you can use the label 0, and the different numbers will give you the different color types as well as the different point types. Suppose if you are using the point to plot the diagram, then you can use the different numbers to plot the different point shapes. Similarly, you can use the boxes and different histograms with the different patterns which is filled with, and also you can use the text in the Gnuplot. And so once you are using the line plots, you can also adjust the thickness line width of the line and as well as the thickness, also the line type. So dash type, and that is actually mentioned by the dash type, and the line width is actually modifying the width of the line. Suppose if you want to plot the different data type dash types, then you can also use the different numbers here. Okay, so all this information will be given, will be available once if you are typing the command test, so that you get to know about the different plotting options. If you want to know about the different color options, so that means suppose if you want to plot the palette, then you have to type the test and test space palette. Suppose if you type this command, then this the Gnuplot will give you another screen with the different color options, where this color test palettes actually using this the RGB with the different Z values. That is, the Z values actually runs from 0 to 1. If the Z is 0, then the absence of color, and if the Z is 1, then the full color will be present. For example, if you take R0 and G1 and the blue one, it actually combined the primary colors green and blue, and it produced the colors. So that you can just give the ratio of the Z value, maybe from the 0 to 1, and you can mix the primary colors RGB. So these RGB components of the color palette is also plot the apparently net intensity of the calculated net intensity calculated by the NTSC coefficients, that is a color encoding standard to plot the RGB as well as the equivalent grayscale color mode. So all this information you can get it from this just typing the command called test palette. So you can see that the different color options. So the colors from 0 is black and 1 is yellow. So this is the default color pattern which Gnuplot is using. Suppose if you want to modify the color palette, that you can also do that by just modifying the RGB values, so the red, green, blue values, to modify to create your own color palette. Okay, so now we are going to see how this Gnuplot is used to plot different plottings. So as I told, this means as I already told you that suppose you can directly print the command in the terminal, and it will show you the plot in the screen itself, or you can just directly convert this plot into into different formats just by using the script. Okay. So suppose if I want to plot a sin x, that means the sine of some sin x value, then you can just easily do this by simply writing the plot command with what are the functions. Suppose you are writing, for example, you can write of cos x or tan of x, and different functions which we are using in the Fortran or C, which we also supported by in the Gnuplot. So you can just basic trigonometric functions, you can directly plot it from this plot command. So once if you write the plot and the corresponding function name, then it will show you the plot with some range, the x-axis and y-axis, and also with the label. Okay. And one can also use you can replot the more than one plot in the same figure itself. So you can do that you can do that using the replot command. So once you are using the plot, then it's actually plotting the whatever the function which you are giving after the plot. So once if you want to do the same a different plot on the same figure, then you can use the replot command. So you can see here that I have plotted 3 different plots. So instead of you can also you do the simple mathematical operations in your Gnuplot command itself. That means you can just enter just define the variables and the functions in your Gnuplot command, and then you can easily plot the corresponding the functions. Okay, so here I have declared the 2 different variables like which we are doing in the Fortran. So a is equal to 0.9. and enter that. You can again give the other different variables value. So because we can give it by one. So I have given it a is equal to 0.9, b is equal to 0.4, and the next line I have defining my own function f of x is equal to a times of sin x, and g of x is equal to b times of cos x, and again the other function h of x, which is equal to the subtraction of f of x and g of x. So these are all the functions. I defined the variables, and I am plotting this corresponding fx, gx, and hx with a different plot. For example, I can use the plot with the range. This within the square brackets, within the two square brackets. So the first square bracket tell you what is the limit range of the x-axis, and the second square and brackets will give you what is the range of the y-axis. So I am giving the plot which is actually plotted from the x-axis 0 to 20, and without any range in the y-axis, it actually taking the default values. So the only I have to plot only I want to vary the values of the x coordinate. That means it is actually from 0 to 20. So f of x you have to plot the f of x, then plot within this limit f of x. You can also give the title. So the title of within the single quote, you can type whatever you require so this plot is actually plotted with the line. So extent you can use the W, which is actually equivalent to the width. Either you can write it as the whole word, or you can just write the only alphabet, only the single alphabet, and the L is actually for lines. So you can write it as a lines, or you can just write it as a L, and the LS is the line shape. line shape which we have already seen here in the previous here. So suppose if I use the command 1, then it is actually producing the continuous line, because the first is actually having the purple color with the line is continuous line. So and the line width is actually 3. So the line width is 3 is actually here given here. The LW is given the line width. Either you can give the whole word as line width, or you can just put it as a LW with the corresponding number, so that it is actually choosing the equivalent width for the value which is given here. So I have used the 3 as the line width, and the DT is the dash type. The dash type is actually you can use the different dash types. So I have used the dash type as 1, so that it will produce the dash type with the continuous line. Suppose if you want to move you through the dashed line or dotted line or dashed with dotted lines, then you can easily just changing the number itself, you can easily calculate, plot the data. Okay, so the f of x is actually plotted with the line shape line style of 1, and the line width of 3, and the dash type is 1. Similarly, I can plot the function g of x without any title. Suppose if you are not willing to give any title, then you can give it a no title, and then with line plots. That means LP means is a line with plots. So that is what the line plots means. So that either you can use line plots, or you can just use the command LP with the point size and the point shape. So the PT is actually the point size. That means the 7 is the point size with the filled circle, which you can see here. 7 is for the filled circle, and the point size is 1. The point size is 1 is actually, it will actually have different point sizes. You can vary with the different point size you can mention. Similarly, you can also modify the width of the line, and then you can plot the hx with the title of the sin x plus cos x, and with the different the requirement of based on the requirement with only with the points. So here I have plotted with the line points. Here I have used only p. That means you are actually plotting the function h of x with the points, with the point size, the point type of 6. 6 is nothing but the open circle, and the PS is the point size is 2.5. Either you can give it as an integer value or the fractional value. So it will plot. So once if you are entering all these commands in the single line itself, or with a separation of commas, or you can give the value, give the instructions one by one. That means first you can give the first function, then you enter it, then it will plot the value, and then you can use the replot command. Then you can give the next value, and then again the next command you can give it. Otherwise, you can give it as a single line itself by separating the each and every data with simple commas. So once if you do that, then it will show you the output like this. So since I have used the title for the first one and the third one, and for the second one I have not used any title, so it is actually just neglected the title, and it will show you the equivalent line which we have, the equivalent plotting style in which it is actually paused. So this the continuous line is actually the f of x, and this the green dotted lines, that means the green line plots with the filled circles, is actually the second one, that means the g of x, and the sum of these two functions is actually given as the open circles with only the points. So you can vary the point styles and line types using the Gnuplot, just using this command. So okay, so using this command, you can just plot a single in a single plot. You can plot the different functions. However, one can also plot the 3 different plots with the 3 different figures, and you can also combine these 3 figures in a single plot. You can also do that. So using if you want to do that, then you should use the multiplot command. That means the set multiplot command. Here the set command is actually usually define the different functions in the Gnuplot. So this set is actually used in the the scripts which I will teach you after in the next class about the set function, the set commands. Okay. So you can also use the conditional statement and the block structured statements in the Gnuplot. So Gnuplot will support that the command iterations, means iteration as well as the conditional statements in the in it is just combining all these things. So you can see here that I have used the multiplot command, that is I have already explained earlier. So set command is actually used to plot the multiplot set multiplots with a layout of 2,2. That means 2 into 2 kind of plots. You can do that. That's just giving the layout. Here I have first I have considered the Fourier series of the different waveforms. So you can give the lines, comments in the command lines in the every line, single line. So just I define the function Fourier of kx, which is equal to the sine of this value into multiplied by the 2 by 3 of the cos of the k and x values. And so this is actually the do loop, which actually do and for is actually the looping purpose, where you can modify the looping can be controlled using this command do for. Then it will actually do the open and curly braces will give you the where this do loop is actually opened and it is closed. Then you can just whatever the comments you can write it inside this, and then you can plot the corresponding plots as for the different values of power. So 0, 1, 2, 3 is actually has 0 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3, so that you can plot the 4 plots. The 4 plots, the power will be varied from 0 to 3. For each power value, you can plot the different plots with the different commands. And then once if you want to close the multiplotting command, then you can use with the unset. So whatever the set value is given, you can properly close it with the unset command. Okay. So once if you are using this command, and then you can plot the 4 different figures in a single plotting environment. Similarly, you can also just mentioning the layout in this command, you can easily fit the different different figures in a single figure format. So in all these examples which we have seen earlier, we just plot whatever the inbuilt functions which we already available in the Gnuplot, and then you can just plot it in the corresponding flights. But also you can also suppose if you have a data files and if you want to plot the data inside the data file, and you can also do that. So for this you can also use the Gnuplot. So you have to save the data in a data file with the file name as .dat. So we consider the simple data. So I have a Gnuplot underscore data.dat is the data file which is having 4 different columns. So in the first column I have the line number, and the second column I have some data, and the third column I have another data, and fourth column I have a different data. So I'm going to plot this data in the Gnuplot file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this data file in the Gnuplot, and then using that comments, and then I will plot the different columns. So this is the comments which I have plotted, which I have shown here. So I have opened the data file, that is Gnuplot underscore data.dat, that is actually given in the single quote, that is with the proceedings of the plot, the data file name, using the 1:2. So use that with the using command. Suppose you are going to use the first column and the second column to plot the command. Okay, so here in the first column and second column, first column I have the line number, the row number, and this is the data, which is the second column. So I'm going to use this first column and second column to plot the command. So I can see that So the first column, it is taking that as a x-axis, and the second column, which I have mentioned, is taken as a y-axis. So in the first column, I have taken the values of 1, 2, 3 to 10, and then it actually plotting the equivalent data, which is equivalent to the different line numbers. So it actually giving you the using the closed circle, which you have used the line point with the point type of 7. 7 is already know that it is a closed circle with the point size of 2. Okay, so you can see here that this is the purple color filled circle is actually mentioned, is actually the plot of the first line, then the first column and the second column. Similarly, you can also plot the other columns. I have used the replot command to plot the same data file, but with the columns 1 and 3. Suppose if you want to plot the 2 and 3, that also you can do that. You can just simply writing the which are the columns you have to plot. Suppose I want to plot the first column and the third column with the line point, but with the different point type. Here now I have used the point type as 9. 9 is nothing but the triangle, the closed triangle, the filled triangle with the point size of 2. So it will actually plot in the first column and the third column. Similarly, the first column and fourth column also you can do that just by replotting the command. Suppose if you use the plot command in all the three commands, then it will only plot the corresponding data file and the data column. It will not show you the three columns simultaneously, the three figures simultaneously. Suppose if you require the three figures simultaneously in the single picture, then you can use the replot, just replotting the each and every column from the file. So this demo is actually showing that how to plot the data from the data file in the Gnuplot. So after this, we have seen that we have just entering the commands in the terminal, and this is actually producing the plots. Suppose if you want to save this plots, or if you want to save this figures for different purposes, so that you can save this plot as a different format, either it's a PNG file or a EPS file or a JPEG file, you can do that. For that, you can actually write a Gnuplot script as a file, with .gnu extension. Just by running the script file, you can easily plot you can convert the data into GNU figure files, which we can see in the next class. Okay, I have a different demo scripts to plot the different different figures with a different format. Sorry, not the format, with the different styles, different style figures. So I will explain the scripting, how to write the GNU script, and how to plot this script into how to convert the script into the figure file, which we can see in the next class. Okay. Suppose if you have any doubt regarding this Gnuplot, then we can discuss it in the class. Okay. Thank you.